Alright. Hello, and we're back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Continuing on with the this Dampier Blood Wizard. What is it? Pyromancer? Basically, we're going to go on with trying to beat Evil Lich. Alright, finished up with the we finished with the shield maze and moving on from there. There's an awful lot of spells I have, new spells. I don't need to hold on to all of them, so I'm just going to start putting them into the spell book. There. Heroism, sure. Bone Shatter. Is Bone Shaker? Yeah, Bone Shaker is a necromancy spell. This is perfect. Blur. Bears Endurance. Alright. With all that done, let's continue on. Although, could rest here, but nah.
You can trust me.
It's redundant. We don't need to rest right now. Heal up a little.
I am prepared.
I need to give him a used magic device so I can use those. In the meantime, let's just keep going.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabras are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
The surface. Finally, I missed the fresh air so much. Hear the sounds of battle from above, heading into the fire. Alright. Nothing fancy here. Just double checking. I don't want to miss anything. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anivia. Why is it? It never gave any description of Anivia before. Anivia Tirabade is the Eagle Watch's most adept scout. She was among the unlucky ones who ended up with you in the dungeons under Canabras, and accompanied you on the long and exhausting journey to the surface. Iomade. Iomade, also known as the Inheritor, Light of the Sword, and later Lady of Valor, is the goddess of righteous valor, justice, and honor. Having served as Eridan's herald, she inherited many of the last Aslante's followers upon his death, and continues to espouse the ideals of honor and righteousness in the defense of good and the battle against evil. Sucks for them.
By the goddess, Nebi, I'd almost lost all hope. Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch. Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canalbras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Nevia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What's the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Ward Stone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Ward Stone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
See. The Ward Stones are a chain of powerful artifacts keeping the World Wound's expansion at bay. The first and greatest in the chain was erected in the city of Canabras by the hand of the Inheritor himself, a golden-winged angel sent by the goddess Iomade. I mean, it tells me about the Ward Stone right there. Crusaders. Mendevian Crusades. In 4433, Eridan defeated a cult dedicated to the demon lord Daskari, making the north of Avestan safe from demonic influence. However, this protection ended with Eridan's death in 4606. Oh, hold on. So, how old was he when he died? Oh, it doesn't say how. It doesn't say when Eridan was born, so there's no point. Oh wait, no. Eridan defeated a cult in 4433. So, damn. So, lived for an extra 179 years after defeating the cult. So, how old was he when he defeated the cult? Alright. Moving on. The same year the world womb was opened by the witch Arilu Vorlesh, working in conjunction with her demonic patron Daskari. Demons poured out and overran the barbarian nation of Sarkoris. The world wound was not large at first, but soon it abruptly expanded. As it kept growing, it came to be seen as a threat to the entire world. The remaining clerics of Eridan and the clerics of his follower Iomade took it upon themselves to defeat the demons and seal the world wound. Answering their call, thousands of pilgrim crusaders flooded up the river road and into Mendev, the nearest neighboring kingdom of the former Sarkoris. Thus the Mendevian Crusades were born. It doesn't say anything. Alright, whatever.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
Alright. We met some Mongols who live beneath Canabris. This is Windwalk.
Most people in Canabris think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
I see you are in serious need of help. You're in luck. If my master is with you, then I am with you also.
Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it important?
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabris obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
Okay. Herald. Hand of the Inheritor. A herald is a deity's favorite servant who acts as a messenger and emissary throughout the plains. While not necessarily the most powerful of a deity's servants, heralds embody fundamental elements of a god's faiths and philosophies, and thus prove particularly suited to interaction with mortal worshippers. Iomedae's herald, the Hand of the Inheritor, is a warrior angel, always ready to answer Iomedae's call whenever she must directly intervene on Galarian. With his angelic speed and might, he leads the charge when the Inheritor's celestial armies must go to war. A veteran of countless sorties into the abyss, the Hand fights with a song of battle on his lips and an unbreakable courage in his heart. When he is not needed on Galarian, he escorts noble souls through the astral plane to Pharasma's court, patrols the borders of Iomedae's realm in search of abominations from the abyss, duels devils on neutral ground to better learn their tactics, and watches over youths his patron has marked for greatness. Alright. And the abyss is the only other new thing here. Let's see. The abyss is a realm of infinite horror and unlimited danger. Its vast chasms, known as the outer rifts, wind throughout the surface of the outer spheres. Where the outer rifts of the abyss open onto realms like Elysium or even heaven, they are the sites of eternal wars against the celestial races. Here, the armies of good maintain permanent encampments along the edges of abyssal rifts, and do their best to prevent the rifts spread. For spreading is the correct word. The outer rifts are growing, albeit slowly. Scholars believe that this is a sure sign of the end of all things, that nothing can stop the growing dissolution of the outer sphere, and that at some time in the future the abyss will consume it all. Worse, the outer rifts do not constrain themselves to the outer sphere. They can open elsewhere, and have done so countless times before to consume entire worlds. The malevolent world wound in northern Avestan is but the latest to appear in the material plane. A rent in reality that even the full might of the nation of Mendev is unlikely to contain for long. The abyss is possessed of many layers strung together by the river Styx. Its inhabitants are demons, its rulers demon lords, who wrested control of the plane eons ago from the primordial Clipper. Not sure what those are. Alright, what's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Torendalev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomade abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
How did the Warstone end up in the Great Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their Lord Discari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Discari has gone, but the wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The wardstone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have, but what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Let's not waste any time. To battle.
That's the spirit. You, take Anavia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
Kinda wish I was able to hear what he said. You hear labored breathing interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Hold on. Horgus is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip. A bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
Alright. Well, not much to it. Let's go. Let's see. Not for nothing, but I can sell all these for 100 gold each. Won't budge.
I'll go ahead.
You have not completed your mission in the Great Garrison.
I know the way. Let's try this way.
Yeah, We don't have to worry too much about this. We got backup, right? Staunton Vane, a recruit, 2 recruits, 3, 4. Where the heck did Turbate go? Alright, the Discari cultists look like they're going to cast a spell, so
This will
we'll try to hit them first. Oh, that would be ideal, but we'll wind up being
Into
killed.
the fray!
A calculated risk.
You cast this on first melee. Hitting anybody on my party. So I guess I can just have Camellia attack.
I'll cut you wide open!
For you!
Cultist. Alright. What did I loot? Let's see. From newest to oldest, what did I grab? The armor, heavy crossbows, scrolls, masterwork scythe. It's a shame I can't use that. Only reason being is because it would just go with the portrait. But oh well. We'll save. Pick this lock.
Not this time.
40% chance. Really? Is it just automatically a fail after the first one? The lock is jammed now. Yep. Hold on. If I knew it was gonna be if it was gonna jam it. Wait for it. Try this again, this time using one of the lockpicks I got.
I hope you appreciate this.
I'll go ahead.
potions and inflict light wounds. Need those. Let's go. Surrounded. Hey, I know you. So you're one of these cultists? How's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I can't. Come on, leave these losers. The crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. I'll hail Baphomet. Cowardly traitor, I swear on the sword of Amade.
They will break against our resolve.
Amade protect us, the demons stand no chance. Alright, yeah, sure. Let's see what we can do here. Hypnotism. Hypnotize this whole crowd if I can. Is there a save? Oh no, the infusions only help with necromancy spells, so I shouldn't worry about that. Have Windwalk leave the AoE. And try to focus on this troop right here.
No match for me.
Oh wow, they took Alucard down pretty quick. So much for that. Let's see. No easy ball. It's just one little lizard. Sucks, I know. Alright. Well, Arabeth and her group tries to rush on through everything.
I know the way.
The other side. The stairs are severely damaged. This way is impassable.
Follow my lead.
see, just more stuff. I can sift through all the loot later.
As it should be.
No sorting. We'll make this relatively easy. Take off this. Take off this armor.
Rely on me.
Alright. Going to use her ability to heal up.
Focus on the goal.
Card. We're going to use Alucard's ability to heal off, get temp HP. Somewhere. Yeah. Any corpse works. There.
That is not far.
Gotta remember to recast the mage armor. That's why it fell so quickly. Alright.
Together we stand.
Let's see. Use the wand.
Time's not waiting.
And that's it.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
The face of this demoness could be called pretty if it had eyes. Her mouth slowly widens into a smug grin.
What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it, you missed me terribly.
The demon's mouth drops open in surprise, and she brings her manicured hand up to cover it.
There I go. You again, you wench!
The aged dwarf from Erebus' troop, silent up to now, spits on the floor. His hardened, craggy face, like storm-weathered stone, twists as if in pain.
Minago, the one hoof. Be careful. She She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabras. She must be back to finish what she started.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay. Minago. The powerful Lilitu Minago is one of the demons whose names in Mendhev are always spoken with a curse. She's the author of two of the most horrific atrocities in the history of the Crusades. The Fall of Dresden and the Red Morning Massacre of Canabras. The half-orc is too well-bred to spit on the floor, but the name sounds like a slur on her tongue. Damn. Chaotic. Hey, demon woman, what's wrong with your face? Staunton, do you know this woman? Or this demon?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That witch? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this, and now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear, that was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Save the last one for me.
I feel like this spell's better in turn-based mode. Yeah, I'll try it. Alucard, so what, you're a Dampier? Yes, Dom. I'm running a Dampier, going Lich, Mythic Path, trying to go into it as much as possible. Let's see.
No match for me.
Okay, that recruits a jackass. Okay. We're gonna cast the hypnotism right here. See, how many units for cotton? Flat-footed. Does it tell me if they're dazed? Yep. It'll tell me if they're dazed. So I got one. Just one target was dazed. That sucks.
The light. Take you.
That's it.
Upon center.
Use protective luck onto Sela. That's it. Just walk up past?
They'll beg me to stop.
Alright. Swing and a miss. Alright. What do I do? Very much I can do. Alright, we just use shield. That's it.
Into the fray.
Troops just run up and do nothing. Oh. Not sure why that one tried to ignore signal, but okay. Well, they're fine. We'll just focus on the small people in there. It's not really a whole lot I can have Alcott do right now.
Let's try this way.
Swing and a miss. See you this time. There it is. That's it. There's like one enemy left. There's no point in staying in turn-based mode. Let's speed this up.
I'll go ahead.
All right.
A trivial matter.
Unholy symbol of Discari, a demon lord who attacked Canabras drawn in human blood. Terrible.
Anything for you.
As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices. Screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening voices, pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious wardstone. What are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you. There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious wardstone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hoofs. Have a choice, especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof, pledge your loyalty to Baphomet, and when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. Mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily-2 and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
Okay, what the heck are these? The Litus are subversive and hidden horrors. Demons who work subtly in their constant quest to destroy and devastate. The Litus enjoy few things more than leading mortals into all manner of sinful acts, in the hope that when the mortal perishes, their soul will fuel the abyss. The exact nature of sin that a Lilitu tempts a mortal into committing varies. For these demons are adept at reading mortal desires and secrets, quickly discerning which sins a specific target can be convinced to perform. Lilitus possess a hideous ability. They can turn their victims into husks, immobile and desiccated bodies that do not actually die but preserve their life and consciousness. Lilitu can assume the form of their husks, stealing their face and appearance, and treating their poor victims like a living wardrobe. Yeah. That's awful.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
You feel righteous fury swell within you. How dare the demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with harpoons? A world created by the gods and cultivated by mortals. And these cultists, how dare they betray all that is sacred in the world and join the forces of the foulest demon? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The wardstone seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. That's weird. I thought there was a demon path. Alright, hold on. What are you doing to the wardstone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Oh, here we go. You feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and with it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled destructive power. It is like the power you felt in the shield maze when you were confronting Savamelic. But now it feels more fully fledged, more conscious. That's better. Evil. Requires demon mythic to succumb to the rage. You're sick of talking. Why do you have to listen to her? Why can't you just crush, rip, devour whoever you want? Whoever's in your way. A malevolent roar erupts unbidden from your throat.
Hey, are you alright? If you're planning on going berserk, don't forget who's friend and who's foe. There she is. That demon! Go get her!
Will check fail. Alright, what do I gotta get for this? Almost every time this has happened, I immediately fail it. Need a 16. I rolled a natural 1. Damn. Okay. Who does this dwarf think he is? How dare he give you orders? You will silence him for good. The rage bursts free. You want only one thing. To gouge out Staunton's eyes, break open his ribcage, and rip out his heart.
Our victory is certain.
Oh, that's pretty bad. I got no magic. I got one spell left. Focused infusion. And cause fear.
Of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
The demoness whispers a spell and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. You will pay for this, demon scum. You will pay dearly.
We'll dig out holes where your eyes should be. And pour hot coals in them.
How inventive.
Powerless rage. I love it. Threaten me more.
The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wail of screaming. Your vision goes dark. This is infuriating. Alright, the hypnotism spell wasn't all that effective. Maybe if I powered it up with meta magic.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
At the mention of Staunton, Arabeth gives you an uneasy look. It seems that your attack on him did not go unnoticed, and yet it was blamed on the demonic magic of your opponents. I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they are holed up in the Tower of Estrad.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now, at least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Okay. What's the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with the Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Tell me about the Ward Stone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomede, created personally by her herald, a mighty angel and a general of the celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss.
Can I help you in any way? No, everything is clear. Just leave.
Wait. What you did in the Grey Garrison convinced me. You're one of the best warriors left in the city. We need someone with your wits and fighting strength. I know I can't command you, but I'm asking you. Help us fight for Canabras. First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. The trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house, mine and Nevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Hat, gloves, glasses, bracers, boots, amulet, sovereign dragon, and head trumpet. Alright, you know what? First things first, we're gonna sell all this extra loot. And then I'll go ahead and look for this. Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear? If I bend your ear on something? Or about something? Anivia is outside your door, leaning casually against the shelf. Alright. Now, for the record, I mostly did this, I'm doing this playthrough for my brother at his request. He did say he wanted me to at least try to do the voice acting. So I'll try. No guarantees on how good it will be. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Alright, let's see. No response. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? So the rift that Dan Beetle left with its scythe? Yeah, well, it cut the city into two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make sure. But if you've got a mind to go across, and I think you're gonna have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once-over. Alright. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No! Your task is too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy like waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you lay it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? Alright. When do you think the demons will attack? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand, and that we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business that needs taking care of, you'd better do it soon. Alright? Thanks for the warning. See you later. Later. Watch yourself out there. Alright? Let's see. Talk to Staunton. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel. One whose high crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumors about me, his face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. Sorry for attacking you in the Grey Garrison. Don't worry about it. Anything can happen in battle, especially when you're dealing with demons. Since we're on the subject, a fit of uncontrollable rage led you to attacking the Crusader Staunton Vane, who tried to bring you back to your senses. I won't ask what troubles you. That's your business, and we'll keep it that way. But I can tell when a person's fighting a losing battle against themselves. And I know something that can help. Here, take this. It's already served me as well as it could. May it do the same for you. Cloak of Unbending Will. Is there any way? It'd be nice if I had a way to help him, but I'm going Lich path, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do to help him. Kinda sucks. Alright. I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? The Storyteller? Staunton strokes his beard in thought. A strange fellow, that's one. He used to sit with me for hours asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burdens a little. I hope he is still alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble, too. So if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Blackwing. It's a library. Here. I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there day and night. And we got the location. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor as bad as a Rilu Vorlash. That I'm a disgrace. Even among the ranks of the condemned, that Queen Galfrey should never have spared me, that I belong on the gallows. Arilu Vorlash. Few names arouse as much rage among crusaders as that of Arilu Vorlash, the Sarkorian witch who initiated the opening of the World Wound, and later its expansion. Almost nothing is known about her life before the atrocity, except that Vorlash was condemned for using arcane magic, which was persecuted in Sarkoris, and imprisoned in the Tower of Threshold near the city of Iz. This is where Arilu Vorlash conducted the ritual that paved the way for the demonic invasion, and left her land to be tormented by the demon lord Tiscari. By some mysterious means, the witch transformed herself, changing from an ordinary human into a half-demon. Over the following century, crusaders encountered Arilu Vorlash or the results of her experiments a few times, but they learned nothing more of Tiscari's henchwoman. She holds a high position in the ranks of the Army of the Abyss, and bears the title of Architect of the World Wound. Condemned. The Condemned is a military unit made up of petty criminals conscripted as disposable soldiers and frontline fodder in the Mendevian Crusades. Queen Galfrey. Queen Galfrey is the absolute monarch of the... Oh wait, no, I read all this. Yeah, I read all this before. I'm pretty sure. No, I didn't. Well, her name's bound to come up more than that once. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know? Staunton gives you a long, morose look, then sighs. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in fortresses on the edge of the world room instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the room, the mighty unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done. So that's how I lived, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. The dwarf shrugs. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me. Queen Galfrey is the absolute monarch of the Crusader state of Mendev, and leader of the Mendevian Crusades. While today the name of the Crusader Queen is known throughout the Inner Sea region, it's easy to forget that Galfrey did not start her rule of Mendev as a paladin of Iomedae, but rather of Eredin. When the world wound opened and forever changed Mendev, Galfrey was still an untested young ruler who was forced to deal with the death of her god while simultaneously rallying her nation against the abyssal threat to the west. She rose to the challenge, however, and her leadership was instrumental over the next several years, not only in protecting Mendev from demonic invasions, but also in holding the border against the world wound. When the Church of Iomedae organized the First Crusade, it joined forces with Mendev to push back the demon armies. During these battles, Galfrey time and time again distinguished herself with a keen grasp of tactics and skill at leadership. But this inspiration went both ways. In the Church of Iomedae, Galfrey found something to replace her lost faith. By the time the First Crusade ended, with the apparent defeat of the demon armies, Galfrey had converted and become a worshipper of Iomedae, and had completely retrained herself as one of the Inheritor's most devout paladins. Eager to retain such a valuable leader at the head of the Crusades, the Church of Iomedae twice purchased and presented to the Queen the rare and expensive Sun Orchid elixir, which extends mortal life beyond its usual span. Thanks to this boon, the Queen has lived and led the Crusaders for more than a century. You can earn forgiveness, chronic, and that's the end of the phase. Live, so live. Stop blaming others. No, fuck that. You keep living and fighting with no hope of anything better. Because that's what the Queen ordered you to do. There is honor in that. You may be right. But you know, even stone and iron can get worn down over time. I know what it means to live a regimented life, but I cannot rely on my discipline alone forever. I pray to Torag, though he does not listen, that my body breaks before my conscience does. Damn. Torag. Torag, also known as Father of Creation, is a stoic and serious dwarven god of the Forge. Protector of Forge protection and strategy, who values honor, planning, and well-made steel. He is an often distant deity, lending magical power to his clerics, but leaving his followers to make their own way through life, knowing that this will make them strong and determined. Let's see. The city fell because of you. How is that possible? What do you mean, how? The night glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. If you don't trust the word of a condemned, go ask somebody else, like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for 1,000th time, don't. Hey, Tormented Salad. Glad you can make it. I'm just keeping at it with this whole evil run. Let's see. You really don't know? You really don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I were completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me when, like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the Condemned console themselves by thinking I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Damn. I was jump scared this evening by Pokemon news. Is it good news? Great. Commander Terabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. So many years in the Condemned. Surely you have paid your penance by now? Oh, what's up? They announced a new Mega Pokemon for the new Legends game coming in October. And it's Victory Bell. And it appears to be choking itself, and I'm wondering who greenlit that. Ah, Japan. I mean, I play Shadow vs. Worlds Beyond, so like I already know what they're capable of. And getting away with. Alright. Surely you've paid your penance by now? That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. He falls silent for a moment, and then in a trembling voice he adds, the Condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I have prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the Father of Dwarvenkind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I am still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? Damn. I have to go. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. That's terrible. Crusader.
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Nabris still has some fight in it. Make those demons rue the day they came here. Sure. What if Canabras isn't the only city overrun? What if this is how it all ends? No. So, just random complaints about from the Crusaders. Alright. Orga Squirm, give me my money. 1,000 gold coins for you, just as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Orga Squirm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, Horgus looks at you with varnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your service. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, and then lie down drunk in the gutter? Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps, noble of heart, but without a coin to your name? Horgus sizes you up critically, then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those Mongol caves, so why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it? Succeeded at a perception check. Okay. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. You know what? I'm not saying that. I picked the Vampire Ascended Lord Dampier. I picked the noble background. I'm definitely not picking that. Right. So what does this job involve? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have. Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside. No one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. Abadar. Abadar, the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth. Also called the god of walls and ditches in the Eastern Dragon Empires, is known as a patient deity, maintaining a strong neutral stance in his actions. He strives to expand civilization and order among the people of Galarian. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins. Horgus replies without hesitation. Double the reward and I'll think about it. Failed again. Damn it. Huh, yeah, right. For that kind of money, I could hire Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000 is my final offer. Deal. I'm bad at being greedy. Marvelous. Most excellent. Horgus's face relaxes, moving a few of the tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once, and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand. But do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. Alright, I'm gonna level up before there's any more persuasion checks.
I am prepared.
Actually, wait. Considering the time, we'll stop for now. So, yeah, leveling up might take a little longer than expected. Alright, thank you to everyone who joined me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'll see you all later. Yeah. Until then, please take care.